Hey family, welcome back to yet another episode of ohtobewhole with Camille Young. That is me. I am right here sitting in the place. You feel me? Glad to have you here with me on today. Hello, Holy Rollers. How are you doing? Glad to have you here with me on today. To my new subscribers, come on in, honey. We just glad you joined the family, okay? And if you haven't yet subscribed and you're continuing to watch, be sure to hit that subscribe button for me, okay? I would greatly appreciate it, all right? So look, you see I have on a kind of a different shirt today. We know we're at the last day of the month, and we know that October, a lot happens in October. The LTY Women's Retreat. That's one thing, okay? that's the highlight, okay? At the beginning of the month. But we have breast cancer awareness month. We know we always encourage you to get your breast exams, your mammograms, and do your self exams as well. It's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We know, being here in Memphis, we've had some recent incidents of where the domestic violence led to a death in a couple young women, and it's so sad and so unfortunate. But we must continue to push, push against domestic violence. All right, and again, with it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, breast cancer is still something that needs to be eradicated. And we need to make sure that we are doing our part, not only just doing our exams. Y'all, we need to become more passionate about our health, how we're eating, what we're ingesting, exercise, mindset, all of those things. So make sure we are being proactive in life. Don't allow life to just happen. Let's be proactive about life and how we navigate life, okay? And also today is where people celebrate Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween, but it's on the calendar. But we celebrate, us believers, we have Hallelujah Night or trunk or treat, those types of things. Because Halloween is not it's more so a holiday that represents more of darkness and not light. So yeah, anyway, make sure everybody you're safe. If you're going out doing any type of events or trick-or-treating, whatever they call it, make sure you're safe. All right, so look, let me reel this thing back on in, and let's get to today's topic. So this topic is coming from a request from one of our holy rollers, because I touched on it in a previous video. Today's topic is how to know you're equally yoked with someone. How do you know when you're equally yoked with someone? And the term equally yoked, of course, that's a biblical term, and it's normally used when you're talking about marriage, when you're dating someone. The Bible don't talk about dating, but it's talking about becoming one and being equally yoked with someone. The Bible actually talks about don't be unequally yoked. Okay, don't be unequally yoked with anyone. And so that comes from two ox being yoked up together, and I ain't finna go into all that. You're gonna have to go research that for yourself, because it's gonna make my video longer than it have to be. Okay, I don't want to make it real long. So look, go back and do your research around being what it means to be yoked up. But it's a term for people who a old term for those who used the yokes for oxen when they were plowing. Okay, all right, got it. Go back and do your research. But we're going to bring this back to being unequally yoked, or how to know when you're equally yoked with someone. The best way to know that you're equally yoked is with someone is, y'all, you got to get back to the basics. You got to talk. You have to converse. You have to spend time with the person so that you know that you are equally yoked with them. If you do not spend time with a person and have conversations, the adult conversation, ask the hard questions, it's gonna be kind of hard to figure out if you're equally yoked with them. Now, foundationally, if you are a believer in Jesus Christ, foundationally, like, yes, you want this person to be saved, all right? Not just in word, but indeed their lifestyle should be reflecting that of a believer, exemplifying the fruit of the Spirit, fruits of the Spirit, okay? And I mean, we got these for the retreat, and I've been wearing mine. It lists all the fruits of the Spirit. But if they are not doing things such as, you know, having a relationship with the Lord, meaning having their quiet times, or, you know, sharing the gospel, their lifestyle is not one of worldliness, okay? They are a regular attendee, and I would say, you know, every Sunday, yeah. If you know, you can't forsake the assembly together. So the Bible talks about we need to come together. So they need to be not just watching church. They need to be attending. They need to be in the seat. All right. Not only just go into church, but active in their church wherever they belong. Okay. Not just being there on Sundays. No, you need to be a part of either a life group, or making sure that you are in some form, some other ministry where you can give your gifts and serve in that ministry. Tithing, okay? Those are just like foundational things in terms of salvation. But also understanding, I watched the video, and I may come back and talk about it, but there's this husband and wife, they talk about the core values. His name is James, what's his last name? James Edwards. I think her name is Tiffany Edwards. They're out of Houston. But you have to have core values personally before you even get into a relationship, so that you can see whether or not you all share similar core values. Meaning, what type of family relationships does he have? How is he with his family? How is he, if he has children? How does he treat his children? How does he do his finances? Okay. How cleanliness, you know, how does he keep his house clean? How does he treat you? What is his philosophy around how a man should treat a woman, you know, or and what's her philosophy around how a woman should treat a man, you know, submission, you know, what's been their background around relationships, you know, what's their thought process around sex. You know, those are things that you really have to have conversations about, even about health. Like, how do they eat? And I'm not saying that if just because a guy may eat pork chops and you vegan, that it can't work. I'm not saying that. But if y'all don't talk about it, and this is a strong value for you, that, hey, I got to have me some pork chops, and I know I'm only vegan, it's a good chance y'all may not be equally yoked, because that could really cause an issue. Now, can you work through it? Yeah, but you need to work through it before you marry somebody. Because if you don't talk through it and work through it and understand that, hey, this is something that we can compromise on in this relationship, y'all, it's gonna become an issue that could tear up your relationship. Something that's seemingly as simple as food. Do they like to read? You know, what are the long-term goals? What is the work schedule? Okay, what do you believe about being how you're supposed to respond to each other when you're angry? How do you work through challenges in your relationship? What is your love language? You know, y'all, it's the reason people don't know who is or isn't equally yoked to them, because many times we get lost so early in the relationship because we become intimate with them and don't have the conversations. And then the blinders wondering why. Well, why I didn't see this? Why I didn't see that? Because you too busy trying to have fun. Which don't get me wrong, that fun needs to be in a relationship, but you're too busy trying to have fun and post everything on social media about how you got a boo now, and all y'all doing, and all y'all where y'all going, and relationship goals, all that kind of stuff, and you not even sitting down talking about the things that really need to be discussed. And then you find yourself marrying somebody, and then you like, how did I get here? What happened? Why didn't I know this? You didn't know it because you didn't ask the right questions. I always say you probably won't ever know 100%, but you better know as much as you can. You need to be right around about the 85, 90 percentile on knowing this person. Okay? Knowing what their values are, what their foundational values are. What do they bring to the relationship? How do they feel about things in the relationship? It's not salvation only. Okay? It's not that, but that's the good start. That's a good start. But a lot of people say they saved, and honey, their lifestyle don't match nothing that has to do with salvation. So you can't just go by that anymore, any longer. All right. So I know I've said a lot, and this video is way longer than I planned, but y'all, there are certain conversations that you can have on the front end of your relationship before you marry somebody to know whether or not you are equally yoked with them. Okay. And it's important that not only do you all have conversations, but get involved in some pre-engagement counseling. Pre-engagement. Do you hear what I said? Before you get the ring. Because many times when you get the ring, it's over. Y'all already made y'all plans, and ain't nobody most people are not going to stop no marriage once you get that ring. All right? And once he proposes. So get some pre-engagement counseling with people who can really lead and guide you, ask the right questions, and have the time to really counsel with you all to get to the root of things. Okay? All right? All right. So this video went way longer than I planned, but thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to get your book on today. All right. Go to ohtobewhole.com. What else? Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment down in that comment section. And I'm excited about my event that's happening on next week. You can find, if you want to get a ticket, I don't think it's too late. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but you may be able to still get tickets. So look in the description, and you'll be able to get tickets for that event. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, God bless.